Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. I'm Kristina Roulo, Legacy Maker Sports Network, and it's Victory Sunday here at the bank, reporting from the home field of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Today, the Jags faced off in a matchup against the Carolina Panthers, where they brought the heat after a 4-game losing streak, with their starting quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, out with a shoulder injury now week 17. Today, both the defense and offense brought what many would consider the perfect package, leaving the Panthers with a devastating loss, 0-26 Jaguars. The backup quarterback, CJ Beathard, played an excellent game against the Panthers and appears ready and motivated for yet another game on the road if Trevor sits out again due to injury. Stay tuned as the Jaguars are now on the road to face the Tennessee Titans for Week 18. As always, thank you for watching. Check out our post-game coverage, and don't forget to follow our social media and share. Happy New Year's. I'm Kristina Roulo, Legacy Maker Sports Network.
4 weeks of a little bit of heartbreak. You know, it's the one thing I appreciate about our guys is they continue to roll up their sleeves. They continue to go to work. You know, they know the mistakes they've made, right? That we've been making. But yet they continue to work, and they continue to work hard during the week, and it showed today. You know, it might not have been like just a pretty football game, but they never are. You know, and they're hard, they're gritty, they're tough, they're physical, all that kind of stuff, and just proud of our guys for the way they competed today.
It's a win and in scenario next week with the Titans. You just talk about how just the approach to that game and just another, you know, like last year, got to win and get in.
Yeah, coming down to week 18, I mean, that's just, I think our guys really thrive on these situations, and that's okay. You know, it's a great opportunity for our organization, for our franchise, for our players, for our owner, you know, to be in this situation, and you know, we got to go play another good football team on the road, and we'll enjoy this one obviously, and prepare this week whenever we play.
Penalties by your guys, pretty efficient. Didn't cash in on some red zone opportunities, but other than that, no turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, I thought CJ played smart, he played tough, came back in after being checked. You know, he ran the offense, and you know, credit the offensive line, you know, especially in the second half of really kind of taking over and helping out in the run game. And you know, and the thing too sometimes is when, you know, when your starter's out, your backup's in, I think the focus, the attention is a little bit, you know, the guys are a little more zeroed in. And we saw that today really from not only the offense, but I think the defense as well. Yeah, you know, it hasn't been what we wanted, obviously. I thought today they responded, you know, well, obviously, to you know, have the shutout and really play a solid football game. You know, I'm sure there's going to be some things to clean up, you know, as we look at this film. But you know, the defense responded too, you know, and played a really good game today.
The win, happy New Year. Also, even though that you got stopped in the red zone a number of times, how important was it to get Brandon's confidence again, because he had all the field goals today?
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. You know, obviously we would have loved to score the touchdowns, you know, in those situations, but too, to have Brandon out there and make those kicks like he did, I mean, that's good for his confidence, you know, moving forward. And you know, hats off to him. I mean, he's battled through a little adversity of his own, you know, here lately, and it was good to see him respond.
And as a follow-up, you know, you as a longtime coach, assistant, or head coach, was there any kind of a story that you could have told these guys about when it gets tough? You know, this is how we got through this, or anything like that, or just
no, not really. Usual? I mean, it's, you know, I keep everything sort of in the present, in the moment, and you know, try to be more forward thinking. But I still want to. We got to learn from the past. We got to learn from our mistakes, you know, and all of that. But there wasn't anything that I needed to really tell these guys or show these guys, and you know, they just know, they just understand. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously, you know, that's why we're all here. You know, it is to win, and you know, and that's a credit really to the coaches. It's a credit to the guys in the locker room. You know, and just you got to consistently have guys on your team that speak the same common language, guys that work hard every single day, every single week. You know, no matter what happens, they work through, adversity, they work through injury, and just proud of the guys. 2 years in a row. We got obviously one more game, next weekend to hopefully get to 10. But we're gonna do everything we can to put something together and go back on the road.
Okay, Coach, thank you. CJ Beathard's about to
Your, congrats on the win, first off. Secondly, assess, in your opinion, how you felt out there today.
Gee, I felt great. I mean, it was great to get back out there and start a game. It's been 3 years, but it doesn't feel like 3 years. I think when you're rolling throughout seasons, they just fly by. It doesn't feel like it's my 7th year in the league either. I look back at some of these rookies and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not much older than you guys. In reality, in football, terms, I am. And it's just kind of weird. But yeah, no, it felt young again out there. Felt like a kid out there getting to play and run around and play football. It was fun.
And one of the toughest challenges for you is receiving core. You keep losing guys on there, and then you lost Agnew on that big play.
Mm-hmm.
How were you able to try to adjust to with what you had?
They work hard all week, getting reps. Tim and Elijah, those guys that had to step up in the situation when Ag went down. Just the work ethic they put in each week, and I trust those guys. A lot of those guys that I've got a lot of reps with on the scout team over the last several weeks. So got a lot of reps with those guys. But having Calvin and Evan in there, and Travis, and those starters that have been in there for a while, you kind of lean on those guys. Evan, shout out to him. Congratulations. He, ate tight end all the time, go over 100 receptions, and that's huge. And just having him in there as a I guess a crutch to lean on sometimes is nice. So yeah.
How much did that play into your efficiency today and your comfort level with the players on the offense?
A lot. It definitely helped a lot having banked those reps with guys like Calvin and Evan, because they move so differently than some other guys just in the league, and it was nice having practiced with them for really the last several weeks, getting reps and routes on air, one-on-ones, all that kind of stuff. So I think that was definitely beneficial.
And along those lines,
mates who backed me up this whole season, who witnessed me, really high, really low, stayed with me, continued to be with me, and I continue to be with those guys as well. So, I couldn't have done it by myself. Shout out to Trey too. Got 9 sacks of the year so far. Almost getting double digits. So, it's a testament of us just keep working and battling with each other. And still got one more left to go. We gotta keep going.
and just a thought on how important it was for the defense to play the way you did today with the backup quarterback and a lot of backup receivers on the field.
I mean, it started with the preparation that we came in on Monday. If we had backup, if we didn't have the backup, that's the way we had to play. Not relying on anybody, relying on ourselves, relying on each other to handle our business, because we know team doesn't score, they don't win. And that was something that we could control. But we all had to believe that again. And we had to find trust, we had to find faith. And it started in practice.
Record for sacks in a season. Did you see that? Did you envision something like that, being a leader like this for this franchise?
Yes, sir. Every year, that was one of my goals to do. Last year, was one of my main goals coming into that season, and unfortunately, that didn't happen. So for me, just not to lose faith, get back to what I do best, take care of my body each day, and just be mentally ready to play. And this year has been the best so far. There's still room for me to improve, I believe. I haven't played my best ball, I don't think. Cause I played, obviously, I don't know how many sacks I got, and I got the record. But it's like, looking back at the season, there's still areas where I can improve to get better. So for me, it's just to, get back into the lab after we win the Super Bowl and just, get better.